welcome to my channel. Welcome to another day in the life of a teacher who's in Spain, stranded here because she has refused to pay the horribly ridiculous price to fly back to Nigeria. Over the years, I've gotten so used to not going back to Nigeria over the summer. During the summer, I go somewhere else. I could go to Croatia, to Southeast Asia. I mean, every time we lived in a part of the world, my family and I would always just take advantage and we'll move around that area. So like I said, this time I'm in Spain. So what my friends and I have been doing, which I shall post on the channel later, is we're exploring all the areas around me. So Mazaron, Las Rojas, El Jerez, and all those other places, which I shall be uploading as time goes on. Today, I wanted to share something else with you that happens to me, which I was very shocked when someone asked me on the chat if I was married. I thought, why is the person asking? She was just curious, legitimately curious, which means that we are bonding, which is good because it's nice to ask questions when you're bonding with people, much like you'll be doing when you get into your teach abroad opportunities. So she asked me if I was married, and I said yes. She said, because she hardly hears me talking about my husband on the channel. And she hears me talking about my children. Yeah, I don't even talk about them as much as I talk about my teaching and my traveling, which is true. So today, luckily for me, or luckily for all my viewers, today my husband sent me that thing you can see behind me because he's not here. For those of you who know me on this channel, you would know that I'm in Spain. But as you know, with international school teachers, we never have just one home. We usually have the home in the home host country where we're teaching and the other home that we've left behind. In my case, I would say I have 5 homes, which I shall be sharing with you on the channel as time goes on. So please hang in there and let's do this together, where you get to know more of me on days like this, apart from the teaching aspect of it, so that you know the complete me. I was just sitting down, minding my business, taking my, I'm in Spain. I knew you were going to say sangria. This is not sangria. In Spain, only foreigners drink sangria. This is actually something like tinto de verano. Tinto de verano is what the locals drink, and it's usually much cheaper. You would get sangria in tourist areas, tourist destinations, tourist locations, and they'll probably cost you maybe up to €5, and you'll be thinking, oh wow, that's good. But the locals don't drink that because it's an overpriced drink. They would usually drink tinto de verano, and tinto de verano you usually get it maybe for 50-60 cents, €1. And the children drink granitaro, which is children's version of tinto de verano. It's just a refreshing drink to keep you cool in the summer months. And that's when you drink tinto de verano. Now, I decided that because I don't drink alcohol at all, I decided to make my own version of tinto de verano. So the normal tinto de verano would usually have a bit of wine, a bit of Sprite, a bit of, alcohol, just to give it that nip. My version is Zobo. If you're Nigerian, put it down in the comment below about our Zobo. So I make mine from Zobo, and I put cinnamon, nutmeg, lime, lemons, all the citrus fruits that I could find, and I just leave it to steep. I leave it at the bottom of the fridge. And I don't put any Sprite in it because I stopped consuming sugar, refined sugar, When I was 12, drove my mother mad when she was making breakfast in the morning, and my siblings will corroborate this story, but I've not had refined sugar since I was about 12. I heard that it messes with lady parts. Yeah, so comment down below if you've heard that before. So this is my Tinto de Verano, my Zobo drink, so that when my friends are having their Tinto de Verano, I do not feel left out. I drink it, I enjoy it, and everybody's cool. Now today, I'm going to be talking about this because if you know me, you would know that I buy flowers for myself, especially when I miss my family. I do miss my family, but my husband decided to surprise me. He didn't used to do that before. So story time while I fix the flowers. Hold on, I'll get the vase. You will be meeting my husband really soon because I plan to drag him to this channel so you can see the complete parts of me. I've had the flowers in this bowl of water after it was delivered because you can't leave the roots out to just get dry. We need water to go into it. So there's a card on it here. I don't know if you can see it. From the florist. Obviously he had it online from a local florist shop just down the corner. The woman is so used to me getting flowers now that she comes in, I'm not home, she just leaves it in a bowl by the door because she knows teacher life, I'll be home at some point. Right. So yes, my husband didn't used to send me flowers. When we first got together, he just felt, oh, we're too old for this. And I said, huh? Your countrymen made the world fall in love with flowers. That when you give flowers, it means something. So I want my flowers, please. Oh, we have 2 children. We have this, we have that. Yeah, I still want my flowers. So he started sending me flowers. It goes back to what I say about communication. When you communicate, especially if you're working with a foreign school, you need to let them know that you're on the same page. You need to let them know what you think, what you like, not in a bad way, but in a way that will get them understanding who you are and what you need, and you would in turn understand them. It's one of the soft skills. So head on over to my channel and you will find the video on soft skills, which I released some time ago. Now, he said, we miss you, mama. That's what they call me. We miss you, mama. That means get yourself back to the UK. All right, but it's rainy there and it's sunny here and it's beautiful here. So anyway, that's not the reason why I've not gone back. I've not gone back because I still have a few things to sort out before I head back to my family waiting there for me. So yes, I shall be going, and I shall keep this here so that I will remember that they miss me and run back as fast as I can. Now, so what should we call this today? Storytime vlog while I'm cutting flowers. I love flowers. Flowers make me happy. Flowers, it gives me joy. It makes me feel appreciated. It makes me feel like, yeah, it's worth it. Just when my husband and I got together, it was hard at first because when 2 people who don't know each other get together, it takes time for you to bond. And as someone who has gotten a PhD in meeting new people, bonding, I broke that one. way the Spanish girls do it. I don't think I've got the waistline to do it. I'll leave this here and I'll put it on my bed. Right. Do you sometimes find yourself wanting to eat rose petals? Because when I was growing up, we used to go into the garden and get rose petals and eat it. That's another thing you've learned about me. I eat rose petals and I put it in my sangria, my tinto de verano. It's really nice. I went to a secondary school where we were named after flowers because we're flowers. Well, the girls at that school were flowers. FGG Caesarea. That was one of the best times in my life, where it was like growing up with sisters. I do have a sister, but she's 5 years younger than I am. So I was a sports only child for 5 years before my sister arrived. So going into my secondary school with all the sisters that I had acquired was just perfect for me. I learned how to communicate with people. I grew up knowing that what I wanted was what I wanted. And I was a sports child. I would wake up in the morning, and my mom would actually wake me up in the morning. She used to wake me up with music. Yeah, I was that spoiled. And people used to tiptoe around the house. I heard people used to tiptoe around the house because if you woke me up before my time to wake up, I will scream the whole house down. So I have been a sports cat for a while. So when I went to FGG Caesarea, I think that was my first time of actually leaving home, because I was in a boarding school, and Mrs. Robinson was our principal. God bless her. She was just fantastic. Mrs. Robinson was just the best mom that I could have. She made me grow up. I remember she would sometimes grab me and tell me, because I would be crying, maybe when I would cry, that I missed home, she would ask me, what? There were other girls, there are 108, because there was 109 of us at that school. Yes, 109, the whole school. Which is why I didn't understand when they would say there were 120 in one class. My God, is it the same country? I don't think so. Anyway, so she made me understand that I needed to tap into the resource that I had. That means I had to actually look at the girls around me, all the girls at FGG Caesarea at the time, and actually appreciate them. Understand that I'm not alone. I might feel alone because I'm not with my family, but I'm not alone because I'm surrounded by people who also miss their families. And so I had to take advantage of being with them, tap into the number of girls who were also missing their families, and form a bond, form an association of children who miss their families, sort of. And this was when I started to understand the numbers, when you have a common interest with someone, and that gives you something for you to build upon, something to understand, and something to use as a strength. When you teach abroad and you find yourself amongst people who do not look like you, do not speak like you, do not think like you, it's up to you to be intentional, to find the things amongst that group that you like. It's almost like finding the positives, making sure you hang on to the positives, because when you do not hang on to the positives, oh, this is beautiful. amazing. This is me. This is essentially Janet. When you do not find the positives and hang on to it, it's very easy for you to sink into depression, or when you need help, you can't find anyone to help you because you're dwelling in your misery and you won't enjoy the place. So this is what I do when I miss my family. I find something that links to my past, the past that gave me strength. I find something that connects me to my present. And when my husband understood that and what flowers meant to me, he started buying me flowers all the time. Darling, if you're watching this, thank you. I know I don't say it enough, but I love you from the bottom of my heart. And thank you for the flowers. I shall be home soon, and I miss you too. Say hi to the children for me. Bye. Bye everyone, and thank you for this story time with flowers with me. And now you know, secret to Janet's happiness, flowers. Not money, not anything else, flowers and traveling. Bye, and teaching. Bye everyone. Bye. Have a good week.